So I'm not sure if you watched the video that I posted earlier where the lady was asking, why is it that Christian faith, we don't want to get in bed with our boyfriends before we eventually marry them? What if we now marry them and we are not compatible sexually? So she was like, we need to be testing, even if it's only once. Let's test each other sexually and then we can now wait till marriage. How possible can that be? Is it possible that we test ourselves and we don't touch ourselves again until marriage? I don't think it's possible. Once we test, we will want to do it over and over again. That is one. Two, how many people are we going to test before we eventually get in marriage? You understand what I mean? Like you test this man, you both have sex, you meet another man, maybe it didn't work out for both of you. You meet another man, you both have it, it still did not work out. You know, if you keep counting, let's say you start at early adult age, like 18, and then you start doing it. What if you won't get married until 40? What if you won't get married until 30, even until 25? So how many men would you have slept with before marriage? So that calculation, let's forget about Bible. Let's just be wise. That calculation is not okay. Okay, it's not wise enough for us to start testing ourselves. You know, that is two. I don't want to digress. That is two. Three, apart from what the Bible says, even in the world that we live in these days, don't you think things are getting more scarier? You know, like, it's scary to just sleep with, even if you guys are now in love. You will have to now, it is very, very important now that you go to do some testing. I mean medically. Because now things are getting bad. I mean, getting worse. People are carrier. They carry HIV around. You will never know. So you need to go test. Maybe both of you should test each other before you start getting in bed. And God bless you that the person will not have any HIV. That the person will not later cheat on you. Because during relationship, not even marriage now, people still cheat. So even if you run a test and then you still eventually sleep with each other, you can still not completely say that person has been faithful. What if the person had mistakenly cheated and still give you HIV? Because I've seen a lot of videos these days that, you know, that talks about ladies, men who are carriers, and they don't care. Some people just want to pay back. Some people will say, I already have it, so I have to share because somebody gave me. You understand what I mean? So, I mean, let's apply common sense. Let's forget what the Bible says. Now, that is even way better. Let's say you even mistakenly carry disease, not HIV, maybe STD or something. Those ones are still minor compared to if that person is spiritually faulty. You know what I mean? If the person has spiritual issues, maybe, you know, there are so many men, women who have lost their glory before they even go married at all. I talk about that in one of my channels. They lost their glory. A lot of Samsons have already died in the lap of Delilah. Their glories were shaved off the way they shaved Samson's hair. And what I mean is not necessarily physically shaving off your hair. I mean, your glory has been ripped off. I mean, their glory has been taken away in the process of having sexual intercourse. And they will never know. You know, that one is even the worst because something is wrong with you, but it's a spiritual thing. And you will never know because it's not physical. Unless God shows you in your dream vision or somebody have a vision for you. And even if they show you in a vision or tell you as a vision, you may not even listen. You may not believe it. But your glory has been taken away. So all of these things, they have, I mean, to sleep with someone before marriage. So to sleep with someone without getting married to them or before marriage is even worse. Now, let's now bring it. My last point is now going to be a very practical one. You've been having this thing, like you've been sleeping with each other before marriage. Now, on the wedding night, what do you think is going to happen? You both just going to do the do as usual. Nothing special. Nothing is special. Except that you're now doing it as a couple, but nothing is special. Now, compared to somebody who has never done it before, you will see the anxiousness in that man. You will see the weight. You will see how that man will be salivating. Like, even if the lady is buffing, oh, honey, please hurry up now. Hurry up, I can't wait. You know, something like that. There's this anticipation. There's this eagerness. There's this sweetness in their heart. Even yourself, you will be imagining how big is that thing, how medium is that. You know what I mean? Everybody, both of you are just busy imagining in your mind. You know, you will have discussed it though. How is it going to be that day? How many minutes are we going to spend? Because you should have a communicating relationship, a relationship where you feel free to talk about anything. How long do you think you can last on me? You know, something like that. Those are very sweet conversation. Have it before the wedding night, so that on wedding night, the Winlow, if some of you know the Winlow, their drama ministry, they were sharing their couple. So they said, they were busy. They said the wife said, on that day, I'll finish you. I will this, I will that. They were both making mouths. But guess what? On the wedding night, the husband said the wife slept off. She was fast asleep. I laughed. So, you know, but I think he said they couldn't even do it until after like 3 days. Of course, I think the lady was even virgin. You understand? So I know sometimes we feel like it's not easy, but even if, when both of you are not even virgins, it's even easier to keep it till wedding night, because after all, you have done it before. It's not like you have only not done it between two of you, but you've done it before. So what's the big deal? Wait now. If you cannot wait, then get married, because it's written in the Bible too that if you cannot keep yourself, you can't abstain, then marry each other. But sex should not be the major reason you're getting married, because when you get into that marriage, sex, you'll be tired of it, because most times you are busy, unless you are jobless. Even if you are jobless, there are times that you don't even feel like it, so your partner will call you and you will snub him or snub her. So it's not like something you'll be doing every now and then. But one thing I just want us to know is that if you're still single out there, or you're a parent watching me, please share with your single ladies, single children, teenagers most especially. They do widest thing than the adults, because the devil is very smart, catching them young for himself, when we are supposed to be smarter and catch them young for Christ. So my advice is that, please, try to keep your virginity if you still have it. And if you don't, never forget that there is primary virginity and there is secondary virginity, so you could keep it. Even if you are not a primary virgin, you can still keep yourself. As long as that man has not gotten there, you're still a virgin to him. And we should remember, men, they have different sizes of this thing. If the thing is too wide and it has made your thing to be like this, and then you eventually end up with a man that has a very minimal size, then you are in trouble. So it means every time the man swims inside, it will be like ocean when it's supposed to be a little bit tight. So women, I don't know how true this is. Maybe sizes of that thing can actually widen up the space. I don't know. But one thing I just do know is that we should not sleep around. We should be careful. If you have lost your virginity, you should not be ashamed of it. It can happen to anyone. Some people are pure virgin until they rape them. They RAPE some people. So you can see, is it their fault? No. Life happens. So if you're this virgin, my dear, it's not a bad thing. My own is that still keep it for that man, for that guy, because you're still a fresh fish, whether you like it or not. As long as that man has not gotten there, you still have your pride. This one, these two here, the one at the back, and the master of it all, the one inside here, they are the things these men are looking for. But if you keep it, it makes you special. One problem is now another life that used to happen. Some people, their men agree that they will wait till wedding night for them. Meanwhile, behind them, they are going back to sleep around with other girls. They are keeping this one for marriage, yes, but they will still sleep around. I pray you don't have that kind of cheating man. You don't have that kind of unfaithful man, because even when a woman is still keeping it, some men are still very doggy. They have these dog spirits that cannot stay one place. I pray that you don't feel cheated, you don't fall into their hands. Amen.